Hey guys, it's Paradise, and after the huge update we just got for Wilds, we're looking to the future at the next massive title update too. With exciting new additions like Laggy likely joining the roster, massive weapon buffs, new event quests, and more, it will be an insane time to jump back on the game. Since this is the next big Monster Hunter thing to look forward to, we wanted to combine all of the title update 2 details into one handy place so you are clued up with all things new in Monster Hunter Wilds. Drop a like below and tell us what you're hoping for most in the next update. Is it exciting new collaborations, buffs to your favorite weapon, or new monsters? Personally, I really hope we get another Final Fantasy collab soon. With the various comments and speculation of Bahamut being added in, it would be absolutely insane. Well, the first thing we know is that the roadmap shows Title Update 2 is planned for summer, teasing only an additional monster and a new seasonal event. It seems pretty bare bones from this, but we actually have a lot more details. Also, if anyone is wondering, starting on July 4th, we will have access to a new event quest, 3 Tails Are Better Than None, to get the funny Forks Feline Headgear armor piece, which will run all the way until the 18th of July. So just a heads up there if you want to grab this. But let's talk about the new monsters coming in Title Update 2. Thanks to the recent developer letter, we know that new monsters with an S will be added in. We know there's going to be a new monster, a new Arc-tempered monster, and even more 8-star tempered monsters. They also commented that even stronger monsters are planned for later updates, so this isn't the end of new monsters being added in. Difficulty has been an ongoing topic of debate for Monster Hunter Wilds ever since launch and since these new monsters have been added in the updates. Some saying it's too easy, while others are pointing to the experience of players with the series causing a bias and making it appear easier. Well, recently we got some very interesting data from Capcom through the Monster Hunter Club, their officially ran fan site that shines a light on this topic. So Shia, the final boss of the game, actually had over a 50% failure rate for first attempts by hunters. This means that 48.6% cleared it on the first try, while over half of the player base failed. Now, first trying a final boss is pretty hard in many games, but with over 50% of people failing it, that is a lot of players. Make of this stat what you will, but this next one is even more dramatic. We have the Mizu stats, which show something quite crazy. 98.4% of players beat Mizu first try, which is an absolutely insane majority. So if you failed that first Mizu hunt where you're introduced to Mizu, you are in a bracket of 1.6% of players that failed. Tempered Mizu, however, is another story, with it having a 74.3% first-time success rate, meaning 1 in 4 players failed that quest. So it's interesting to see these stats, especially with difficulty being a topic of debate. Either way, if a new monster has a 74 to 98% success rate when added into the game, it seems clear to me that they might need to rethink and tweak things, as it doesn't look like statistically that was much of a challenge for many players. But what do you think, guys? Does that make sense for Mizu or not? Next up, you may remember that at the end of the Title Update 1 trailer, we got a Laggy teaser. This had pretty much everyone speculating that Laggy was coming in Title Update 1, as that would be the clear connection. And for whatever reason, it was a massive letdown that we didn't get Laggy then, and it didn't make it into U1. However, it's a fair assumption to think that since we didn't get Laggy then, and it's already been teased, then the new monster in TU2 is probably likely to be Lagiacrus or Lagiacrus, depending on what you want to say. If you aren't clued up on Laggy, it was first introduced in Monster Hunter Tri. It's a Leviathan-class monster, known for being the flagship of Monster Hunter Tri, with a large serpentine-like body that thrives in aquatic environments but can move on both land and water. And this is kind of one of the biggest reasons that Laggy has been a struggle for the Monster Hunter developers to bring it back, with the underwater aspect of Monster Hunter not making a full return in recent releases. But many people in the community have been begging for its return, hence the excitement and anticipation of the teaser. The standout thing about Laggy is its bioelectric abilities, because despite it being dominant in water, it can channel electricity through its body, allowing it to unleash powerful thunder attacks both underwater and on land. It was super fun to play with Laggy and Ivory Laggy in Monster Hunter Stories 2 if anyone played that, plus the armor set for Laggy has traditionally been a fan favorite, even having some models for it in the past. so it seems likely we'll be getting Laggy around Title Update 2, but what do you think? Also in the update, we have confirmation of a new seasonal event, so think of the Festival of Accord but with a new theme. I always love the seasonal events in Monster Hunter. They bring back all the event quests, you get a few goodies usually, and they decorate the hub in a new look. It is just a cool time. We have a bunch of additional details about Title Update 2 to go through though. The first is my favourite bonking weapon, the hammer. Having just received a bunch of generous buffs to its motion values and damage in the recent update, Title Update 2 plans to extend these improvements even further. What we currently know is that it's getting an additional offset attack for certain attacks in its moveset, which might mean the golf swing accessed at the end of your 3-hit upswing combo will not be the only way to offset anymore, which is a major improvement. It's also getting the addition of a new follow-up attack upon successful offsets, which is huge, especially given that other weapons do have special follow-ups after their offsets. So Hammer Bros are eating good with every single update it seems. I wonder if this has anything to do with it being Ryozo's favourite and main weapon. But other weapons are also set to receive changes in Title Update 2, but only the Dual Blades has been called out so far. It's been needing some love, with many mains of the weapon feeling it's not quite got the same treatment as other weapons, so it'll be interesting to know how this one pans out. Furthermore, a huge bonus is that layered weapons are also planned to be implemented in Title Update 2. It feels long overdue, but we're finally getting it. With so many cool weapon skins and often only a few being endgame viable, or the Artian weapons taking your endgame build's weapon slot, it's nice that we won't have to look at those Artian weapons anymore, which many people were not happy with. I personally love the look of the Mizu weapons, but the skills on them just aren't that great, so I don't really end up using them, but with the layered weapons finally being added in, I can rock whatever I want. What will be your go-to weapon skin to layer on top of your builds? I'm really keen to know what everyone likes. Also, photo mode is in much need of improvements, and luckily they are adding in a character display toggle, as well as the option to toggle off the glowing effects of your hunter from skills and items. This is huge because getting a picture of your hunter is such a pain currently. Alma always comes in and ruins it, and so this is a big deal, at least to me. Various other improvements in Title Update 2 are also coming, including improved Sacred usability, the ability to view skill details in various screens with a single button press, and more also are planned, so this is going to be a pretty good update when we finally get it. But what do you think about all of this? Are you excited for Title Update 2? Are they taking things a little slow for your liking, or is the pace just right? Tell us your thoughts about all of this down below, and subscribe for more Monster Hunter coming your way very soon. Here at Arekkz Gaming, we're two friends who love to play games. You have me, Paradise, as well as 26.
Our goal is to keep the videos as concise as possible by cutting out any of the fluff and focusing on what really matters with high quality videos.
So make sure you're subscribed down below for more videos on your favorite games coming very soon.